food news. I'm Juliet Litman.
And I'm Devon Jacoby.
If you want to be a part of this podcast, give us a call. 646.
Stu, no! Juliet! We're not starting over. We're not starting over.
Fuck. 850
Stu!
136. What's wrong with me?
You're doing a great job.
Let's get into the stories.
Great stories this week.
Great stories. Thanks, producer Mike. Let's get right into it. We've got a beef, and that might be a pun.
Oh, my God.
Between
Maybe we should start over.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Have you ever been?
You said that right.
Yes. Because it's a weird
Everyone
name.
calls it Ruth Chris. But it's
Ruth's Chris. Yeah.
Ruth possesses the Chris.
It's as if Chris Ryan had a grandmother named Ruth.
And she claimed him. She raised him. She was like, that is my Chris
Ryan.
Exactly.
And he has a steakhouse.
He has a lot of steakhouses.
Ruth's Chris.
Have I ever been? I have been everywhere. And I've been to this steakhouse many times in many different cities. And I really enjoy it. It's known as sort of like a basic steakhouse. It's sort of like the like white t-shirt of steakhouses. But I really like it.
Yeah, I've never been. White t-shirt of steakhouses. Was that a joke?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because the whole point of this is that this is about their dress code. Ruth's Chris announced their dress code. Kind of. It was put on social media. It's actually always existed. Business casual, proper attire required. Please kindly remove all hats when entering the restaurant. Guests wearing bald caps are asked to dine in the bar/lounge. The following attire is not permitted in our dining rooms: gym wear, pool attire, tank tops, clothing with offensive graphics or language, revealing clothing, or exposed undergarments. I wonder how much they're really being like, your bra strap is
I was about to say, like, sometimes the exposed bra strap
in.
is intentional, and I don't think those ladies are going to get reprimanded.
Seriously.
I love the bar area at Ruth's Chris.
So
I
you're
always sit there because you can watch games and eat the food.
That's cool. So you're in Ruth's Chris when you're on the road?
And also, I often go with my buddy Mike to the one near Times Square.
I didn't even
Often. I've probably been there like 10 times.
I didn't know it existed. Wow, I'm learning. Chili's, after seeing this posted on Instagram, the Chili's social media manager at Chili's reposted it and wrote on Twitter, the only dress code at Chili's is that you have to be dressed.
Burn.
Sick burn. I'm going to tell you, I believe a lot of restaurants like sneakily have a dress code. And you're just not aware of it and it's not enforced. In fact, I believe Houston's has a dress, /Hillstone's has a dress code. I
think that is true. And I also think that it's selectively enforced. It's kind of like those signs that you see in every single place everywhere that we have the right to refuse service to anyone. I think it's just sort of one of those things that they can just like, these are the rules. They can point to them if the one person wearing a hat. But if there's a celebrity comes in wearing a hat, they're not going to get sent to the bar area. I promise you that. It's
a way to keep people out should you want to.
Exactly.
It's like we reserve the right to kick you out if we don't like you.
Exactly.
And because we're judging you based on what you're wearing.
Yes.
It's a way of profiling people.
Yes. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can go in there breaking all of those rules, but if you're nice and you look rich, they'll let you eat steak.
Definitely. Because I'm going to confirm, Houston's, this is what it says on their website. To help us foster an atmosphere centered on respect and quality, please, quote, dress for the occasion, close quote, and take note of our attire guidelines. And then it's basically the exact same thing. It's not available, not allowed. But here's an interesting one.
The
following items are not acceptable at Houston's: plastic, rubber, or foam style slides or flip-flops.
No Crocs.
No Crocs.
No Crocs.
No Adidas sandals. So
I like it.
If Justin Bieber comes in his Crocs, they're like, sorry, you gotta go.
No, this is like you said, this is just, if they don't like you, they can point to these rules and get rid of you. And also, Houston's has great, I call it Houston's, has great ribs. Fantastic ribs.
It's a beloved restaurant.
It is a great restaurant.
It has a lot of super fans. They have another twist on the like no underwear.
Oh, wow.
This is like this. I'm kind of rethinking Houston's.
No underwear? No exposed underwear.
No exposed underwear.
Got it.
Excessively revealing clothing, such as intimate wear or lingerie.
Oh wow! I'm gonna go there in a nightie.
Are they worried about Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman walking in?
I'm gonna show up in a garter belt.
Don't do that.
Eating some ribs, just
you won't
spilling
be allowed.
them all over my cleavage.
You won't be allowed, man. Okay, well, Chili's, good on you for that sick burn.
Sick burn.
Happy for you. Dress codes, I don't know.
It's just, we know what it is.
Yeah, it's a way of keeping people out should you want to. So noted. If you ever try to kick me out of a restaurant, any restaurant, for my clothes. I will be discussing it on Food News.
There you go.
Sounds
That's
like
a threat. That's
sounds
a threat.
like great personal food news.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to our next story. This comes from Bloomberg. The headline is Red Lobster's last gasp. It's a check-in on our guy, Damola, the CEO of Red Lobster. You may have seen him in the commercial at the movies for Red Lobster and in other places.
And he's been winning the press conferences and the press releases.
He's been winning the press conferences and the press releases.
Until now.
That's kind of the point of the story. This was kind of a Damola takedown. If not a takedown, it was like a Damola sit down. Like, let's not celebrate yet.
Yeah.
Basically, we've actually talked about this on Food News before. What hurt Red Lobster in the first place to need Damola to come in to lead the company through a turnaround is the fact that they had these really horrible leases that they couldn't get out of. And they were saddled with all this debt because of their real estate problems.
Yes. Have you ever heard when people say, like, oh, you know, McDonald's is actually a real estate company? You know, they always say that.
Yes.
And it's like semi-true if you look at the finances. This is like the opposite of that.
This is the opposite. Correct.
Yeah.
They have awful leases that they can't get out of. And also they have no money to like improve the spaces. So as a result, Red Lobster is still very much in trouble. Damola says there's a plan. And they're still working through it, just need some more time. But Bloomberg Business Week is basically casting a lot of aspersions on Damola and saying—
They really are.
Yeah, they're basically saying that, like, the success he had at P.F. Chang's wasn't even really his own success and that he's not doing a good job here.
I love Damola.
Me too.
I stand with Damola.
I'm still really rooting for Damola.
And I'm rooting for Damola. He's like, sorry if I couldn't turn the aircraft carrier around on a dime. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'm a little bit ahead. You know, I walked into a disaster. I'm trying to clean up, you know?
Completely.
Yeah. Shout out to Damola. Love that guy.
Yeah. I haven't moved on from him yet, but this was like pretty damning, I will say, to the extent that it can be damning for the CEO of Red Lobster. But
great point. He's still the CEO of Red Lobster and he's handsome.
Yeah. And charming.
He's doing great.
I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But it does seem like if you are an individual Red Lobster franchisee and you're trying to like lead your company in a different direction, it's not going great.
Yes.
Like just on a very basic level. This is actually pretty interesting. What I learned from this article is that like it's recommended like every 5 years you spruce up your restaurant, and that at Red Lobster, like a lot of locations, like they use an example in Orlando, doesn't have the like it needs to like paint the door and like needs to have like replacement floor tile. Like everything's worn down from high use.
Yeah.
If they have like no money to do that, so it's kind of.
I bet they have a lobster tank right in front.
Apparently that one did some sprucing up as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, this is a great article, Red Lobster's Last Gasp by Eliza Ronald Hannon and Anders Mellon in Bloomberg. Check it out. Damola?
We stand with you.
We stand with you. All right. Now, we got a couple of passion project stories. First up, organized crime in the Vancouver area.
This
Jacoby,
is interesting.
over to you.
I didn't know Richmond was a part of Vancouver. I thought it was Virginia for quite some time until they started talking about mounted police. I was like, oh, okay. Here's what's happening, and I find this interesting. When we talk about heists, what normally happens?
You talk in a very like cinematic voice.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a guy. He parked his truck.
Okay, now I'm getting self-conscious.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Then we talk about it, and then you say, you know what this is, right?
Inside job.
Inside job.
And it usually has to do with a truck most of the time in Philly.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
And very frequently meat.
The headline is like organized crime. So what they're saying here in this release, they want to let the public know that there's been a lot of meat thefts, but
39.
not from trucks. They're going into the stores themselves at the retail level, and there's been 39 reported meat thefts in a very short amount of time, December 2025 to now, basically.
Yes.
So that's
3
like
months.
3 months, which I'm going to give that, 90
like
days, probably about 100 days. So we're going, about 40% of the days, unless they do two, a lot of them, right?
Sure.
So the police department gets this information. And here's what I would do. I'm just going to give them a little, based on my experiences in law enforcement. I would set up a sting. Sting. Because they're going after the meats in this very small area at a high rate, right? But no, they don't do that. They crowdsourced the sting. So they're basically like, everybody be out there on the lookout for the following. Individuals who appear to be concealing product, loading unusually large quantities of meat into personal bags, behaving in a way that seems out of place.
This is like having a dress code. This like gives you license to basically anyone you don't like to be like, oh, I thought you were stealing meat.
behaving in a way that seems out of place could be anything.
Yeah, seriously.
And I also feel like I would have gone with a sting instead of like, they went the opposite. There's like, everyone keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. The other thing that I don't understand about this, how do you make money off of stealing one package of meat at a time?
They covered this. Well, apparently, I think there are 39 individual thefts, but not 39 individual pieces of meat.
Yes, I understand that. But if you're looking for individuals who appeal to be concealing product, like, how much can one person be concealing at one time?
In a personal bag.
Or even like a few people.
Let's go like, let's say a pound, right? Like
I've seen supermarket sweep. You can't carry that much meat at one time.
They tried to bring that back and it didn't stick.
I know. I wonder why. It's a great show.
Maybe it just needed to be that time or whatever. We are very grocery store focused too. It's like a very Juliet show.
I have a theory on this, but it's for a different podcast.
Okay. What podcast? Higher Learning?
Bachelor Party.
Oh.
Where we talk about reality TV. The podcast, it's kind of the opposite of formerly known as. It's like, this is the last few days of it being known as Bachelor Party. We're changing the name.
Oh, really?
Rebrand.
You're going to go like a symbol, like Prince?
Yeah, definitely. Just to be a rose. Just kidding.
Because you cover so many other things besides Bachelor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, rebrand it. I love that.
Okay,
right.
Carry on.
So boom. They're reselling the meat. And then the police go so far as to be like, don't buy meat from unauthorized meat dealers.
No. Just a rule to live by. Has nothing to do with the theft.
Yeah,
like, just don't.
Someone like in a trench coat and opens it up and they've got ground beef, and like filet mignon and other things. Like, what are we talking about?
It's basically like eating like meat that you're like, don't know where it came from. You're just like, what is this? How long has it been out? Anyway.
And they didn't even give a number for me to call.
Yeah.
What? How am I supposed to,
How are you supposed to get involved?
How am I supposed to do that? What if I see someone acting out of place in Canada?
What's 311 in Vancouver?
Yeah, I don't know.
So 999 is 911. So what do we do? In England, it's 999.
Oh, I feel like I would do that by mistake.
You probably wouldn't. Have you ever done 911 by mistake?
No.
Yeah, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, that's what's up. Next.
This is a big one for us.
This is really big. Jacoby and I really cut our teeth in the podcast world and as friends, as reality TV watchers. Specifically, I'm going to just posit some of the first cultural critics to address Vanderpump Rules. And
I mean, how could we be second? they debuted the show and we had a show the next day about it.
It's true.
Yes.
We were doing
how can we be second?
We were doing the right reasons like before there were a lot of podcasts. So we like just were early mover advantage. So Vanderpump Rules is part of our DNA as a podcasting duo. And big news in the restaurant world.
Quick pause. I'm sure you didn't see this because you probably mute me on Instagram. But
I was just thinking if I did. I don't think so.
I added something to my story that was like the original interviews, like pre the show.
I did see you post this.
And then Sandoval was explaining how they're all connected. And it is so perfect for a reality show. He's like, me and my girlfriend, we live together, but my buddy Tom moved in. He's dating my best friend Katie. And then I also hooked up Jax and Stassi. Jax is the ex of, I'm just like, this is perfect for reality TV. And you're all good looking, but continue.
It's a good thing they made the show.
Yes.
And it was when it began for a while, one of the best shows in the history of television.
Absolutely.
It really delivered on so many fronts. It was so successful that, as I think many people know, Lisa Vanderpump was able to open 2 more restaurants around the corner from Sir, Sexy Unique Restaurant, Pump, and Tom Tom.
Yes.
Well, 3 years after Scandival, since one Tom has become disgraced and the other is just kind of embarrassing, she has put them up she put the business assets behind Tom Tom and Pump up for sale.
I think it's also worth mentioning, because we're journalists, Schwartz and Sandy's went down too.
Yes,
that was a while ago. Yeah.
It sure did. Pump is actually already closed. So it's sort of like, I think you could like basically buy the name Pump if you wanted to.
Yes.
This is pretty sad. It's the end of an era. I've been to Tom Tom several times, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, who hasn't? And it's just pretty depressing.
And it is interesting because they are not saying like, hey, you can have this lot of land in the building that sits on it. They're like, you get the social media account, you get the intellectual property. If you wanted to, because they're currently operating at Tom Tom, the idea is that you could sort of like just replace Lisa Vanderpump in the background and you wouldn't have to sort of like start over.
Right. It wouldn't have to have a rebrand. You could just assume ownership of all these assets.
But if I was a restaurateur, I would be like, well, then why are you selling it?
Totally.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, wait, you want me to just like give you more money than you paid and you're selling it because it's a distressed asset? I don't fully understand that. And you'll never believe this. I wanted to find out how much, like what we were asking. So I went to the listing on
Urban Lime,
Instagram,
sure.
on Urban Lime, and I found the proprietor of Urban Lime, and I extended a direct message to her, and I have since not gotten a reply.
I can't believe she hasn't gotten back to you yet.
I know, she's in sales.
She might, though.
Yeah, I said, I do a food show at Juliet Litman. No.
You can at me. I don't mind.
Numbers in the bio if you want to call the show. But yeah, it was just like any ballpark information, how much it would cost, and she didn't get back to me. So maybe it'll be my food news follow-up for next week.
I really hope it is. Also, we just want an end of an era.
I know.
It's sort of just like ending with like a just
and
a whimper.
Rules has a new cast.
I know. It's just sort of like, and Tom is on, and Jax are on the Valley, although Jax isn't on it, right? Because he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
So
what an end of an era.
It really is. It's kind of wild. It's like, it was kind of a mainstay of West Hollywood for a while. Like,
absolutely.
They embraced the Pride Parade so fully, like they inserted themselves into the fabric of the city.
Yes.
It's just really sad. But good things can't last forever, I guess.
Yeah, well, you can buy some good things if you talk to Laura Tome.
It's true.
Yeah.
Get back to him, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to a really stupid Instagram post. Like, just so absurd. It's about a man named William Hanson, who fashions himself sometimes as like an etiquette coach. And he has a video where he's at the Goring Hotel, which I've been to for high tea.
Oh.
And it's where Kate Middleton got ready for her wedding.
Did you know that from the wallpaper?
He ats the Goring in it. I think that's why he did that. And he is doing an etiquette video on how to eat cereal. It looks like just like
cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
He mentions it later, yeah.
I was going to say bran flakes, but I knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
Cornflakes. And he says that you pour in the milk, and then you pick up your spoon in your dominant hand, and then your fork in your non-dominant hand. You use the fork to brush the flakes onto your spoon. Then you bring the food towards you and you put it in your mouth. Jacoby, have you ever known anyone to use two implements to eat cereal?
Why?
Why would you do this?
Why would you? Maybe chopsticks? I can't. I mean,
no, this is absurd.
This is just ridiculous.
He's just trying to get people mad.
Yeah,
here we are.
We're kind of falling for it.
We are, but it has 76,000 hearts, likes.
I mean,
it's crazy.
We are falling for it, but he did mention something interesting. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I like soup. Jacoby on soup at TikTok, and
yes, I caught this. Yeah.
And he mentioned that you're supposed to eat soup, sort of sweeping the spoon away from you. And I remember being told this as a child.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was like, why? And I forget who it was. I think it was my stepmother. She said, so you don't splash soup on yourself if you're going towards yourself. And then that's when she said that, I was kind of like,
But then it's like a circular motion away.
Yes,
so it's like a full
it seems like more
roll.
likely to splash. But you are supposed to technically eat soup by going away from your body.
I never knew that. So I guess thank you, Tom, or William. I was going to call him Tom.
And thank you, Pat, my stepmom. She's
Thanks,
great.
Pat. Yes. Okay, great. Now we all know, and also this video is absurd. The other thing about this guy, this creator, Tom Hanson, I keep calling him Tom.
Hanson?
His name is William.
Yes.
He is also just like an influencer. Like he has like a Sexting My Boss podcast and Instagram account.
Wait, what?
I think it's just like a joke.
Oh, so this isn't like his thing? This is just one of the many personalities of William Hanson?
Yes, like he does a lot of things on social media, and this is just one of them, which is even more the reason why he's just trying to make us talk about him.
Well, William, we're
Success.
talking about you. Didn't follow you though. Sorry, bro.
Okay, over to TMZ to talk about not Taylor Frankie Paul. They're really hot on that beat.
I'm familiar. New incident.
I don't usually care about Beyonce or her family members. Like I like the music, but like they're not just like inherently news to me.
Really?
Yeah. Like I don't need to follow all of the movements of Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom.
Really?
But
can I give you personal Tina Knowles news?
Should we read the story first, or should your personal news go first?
Well, I feel like that was a semi-rhetorical question saying that I should lay out while you do the story. So why don't you just do that?
Let's hear your story.
No. Why don't you tell the story?
Okay. Well, I didn't know this, but Tina Knowles had a pop-up at the Houston rodeo. She had a cart serving gumbo.
I like that you started with, I didn't know this. like the vendors of the Houston rodeo are usually on your radar, but this one, you were busy with other things.
I didn't know that anyone in Beyonce's family was in the gumbo business, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I guess I'm not reading TMZ closely enough because I guess they had reported on it before. It got shut down, and there was a health department investigation. And this happened after a customer who had the gumbo said they were throwing up blood, experienced chills, nausea, and fever. Pretty bad. So then the health department looked into it, and their findings are harrowing.
Wild.
It is so disgusting. I cannot believe it. I'm just going to read from TMZ. The Department of Health found the gumbo was cooked off-site, cooled down, stuffed into non-food grade orange buckets, and then hauled off to a freezer at an unlicensed spot. The food was then reportedly transported to a refrigerated trailer and thawed before being served. The report also says Mama Tina's didn't keep temperature logs showing the cooling or storing of the gumbo, and that the inspector, quote, observed bags of frozen shrimp and crab with a label that stated keep frozen. Additionally, the department reported the food source used after the first day of the rodeo was not listed on the approved permit application, and the food prepared was more than 24 hours prior to serving.
It doesn't sound great.
This is disgusting.
It doesn't sound great.
This is like a bake sale gone horribly awry or something. This is like such amateur hour shit. It's unbelievable. Yes. The craziest thing is they said, the health department says they trained the gumbo cart, Tina's gumbo, on what to do, and they were able to reopen.
Really?
I don't believe that they were able to learn quickly enough.
What letter do you think they got? You know, there's like A, B. I've never seen like a C in my life. Like, what do you think they got? Like an X?
I've seen a C.
It's probably an X. They probably just got an
It was
X.
like just a skeleton.
Yeah,
it was just like dead.
Yes.
Luckily, this was a fairly easy fix. The department says the pop-up's operators were cooperative, and inspectors educated them on rapid cooling and thawing methods and date marking instructions. I'm sorry, this education doesn't just happen overnight.
No, that's a negotiation. They're like, we're going to shut you down. They're like, what can we do? And they're like, well, we're going to do a press release about this. And they're going to be like, all right, in the press release, you have to sort of like say that we've got it figured out now.
It's so gross. I had to just include it because I found it so disgusting.
Just like gumbo, really good gumbo is amazing.
Yeah.
But I want it from a kitchen.
I think I want it, like in like an indoor environment with a full-time chef.
Where I feel like someone cooked it recently.
Yes, you can see maybe
fresh ingredients.
There's a window back. You could peek back there to see it going on. I'm just like, I'm imagining Louisiana. This was Houston, so it's similar. Mm-hmm. I don't want a gumbo cart. And that flies in the face of a lot of our enthusiasms. We like a small like window for food or whatever, but even with a window, you're more likely to have a kitchen back there than a cart.
Yes.
Gross.
That's
all I have to say.
Personal Tina Knowles news. Joey and I were at an event with some notable people around. And Tina Knowles was one of them. I was a +1, obviously. You know how that goes in my life. And Tina Knowles was milling about.
Cool.
And, you know, we were chilling, hanging out. It's probably been like a couple hours. We've had a couple beverages, sort of like getting ready to go. And Joey sort of comes face to face with Tina Knowles, and she can't help herself. She's like not the type to act out of place around celebrities, but she was just like, I have to tell you, I absolutely love your daughter.
I bet she's never heard that.
And she was really sweet. She's like, oh, thank you so much. She's like, you know, I love her.
She's great. The movie Renaissance made me like her a lot more.
And then we kept it moving.
Great.
Yeah, I like her attention to detail in that.
Me too.
Way too long.
Yeah, way too long.
Whoa. I was not ready for that.
My dad and I went to see it on Christmas Day once, the year it came out.
Yeah.
And it was like a 4-hour commitment.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was so long.
I was looking at my watch. I was like, what is this?
I think I took a nap at one point, but I still liked it a lot.
Yeah. I think Beyonce took a nap at one point.
Probably.
The camera was just on her, napping for 10 minutes.
She only wants to do things with excellence. So to stay at that level, you need to nap.
And the blue arc in that one was great.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I love the blue Renaissance.
I don't support Blue being in the show or the movie, but yeah, like good job by her.
How do you feel about Northwest?
Same. Like let's let kids be kids.
Great point.
I don't know. Just a thought. Let's move on to a story from California about stinky tofu. Have you ever had stinky tofu?
I think you know the answer to that question.
I actually thought maybe it's possible that you did.
I did say I've been everywhere earlier in the show. I've not been to Golden Leaf in San Gabriel, California.
So the LA Times had a long story about the Golden Leaf, which had stinky tofu on its menu. It's a Taiwanese restaurant. It's also like a staple of Taiwanese cuisine. They received so many complaints that they had to close down because of the way that it smelled. They reopened in 2025. And then the same neighbor, like a person, it's not even a business, it's like someone in the neighborhood, called the Golden Leaf so frequently that people couldn't get through to order from the Golden Leaf. And then they got shut down again. And Golden Leaf is saying that this is like a delicacy of Taiwanese food for for Taiwanese people and Taiwanese Americans living in the U.S. Like they need to be able to access it, and that this is like basically like cultural. It's like a cultural difference.
Yes.
It's not really that stinky.
And I just want to clarify. I believe they shut down the dish in 2019.
Yes,
so there was a gap where they didn't have stinky tofu, and then they reopened with stinky tofu on the menu. They had to shut down due to complaints and fines.
Yes. Correct. And they even like started fundraising to address all the fines. So their council person, whose name is John Wu, said, actually, you're just not handling your facility properly. So there's a way to keep the smells inside. Ventilation, exactly. So now there's this whole conversation about, is this like an angry neighbor or is it a ventilation problem?
I think we've established on this show last week that you're not watching HBO's Neighbors.
That's correct, I'm not.
But this is season 2 of HBO's Neighbors.
I want to be watching Neighbors, by the way.
It's really good.
I plan to watch it.
I know you. You will like it. And it's excellent, but also they also went around to all the businesses and were like, is the stinky tofu bothering you? And it seemed like they got a no from everybody.
Yeah.
And they also mentioned that where she lives, I don't know why I said she.
I was assuming it's a woman too.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, that's just our own prejudice. But like where they live, this crazy neighbor, is like not even kind of where in the stinky zone of where the stink would normally be.
They just seem like angry at the restaurant for who knows why.
Yes.
Maybe they're just a hater.
Yes, they are a hater. And also like, I got to say this part doesn't sound very good. I'm not Taiwanese. I've never had it. I'm not judging, but I don't want stinky in the name of anything that I'm eating.
Well,
stinky cheese is actually pretty good though.
And also like who knows what the literal translation is, if that's just been adopted for like English as like something that's funny.
Yes, it's a good point.
Also, there I think a lot of tastes and smells like to other cuisines that I'm just not accustomed to, so they would be stinky to me, but I'm not sure that they are to other people. You know, there's a lot of like cultural difference involved in this. It does feel like there's like a racial aspect to it as well. So it's hard to judge without A, having smelled any of this, and B, having tasted any of it.
How does Judge Juliet feel about this case?
I think it seems like a combination of like a unhinged neighbor and also fixed ventilation.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. It's great. That's why Judge Juliet's here.
All right, Judge Juliet would like to move on to another steakhouse in Midtown, Benjamin Steakhouse. Have you been?
No, I've not been.
Oh my God,
I thought I'd been everywhere.
2 holes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, they're doing something really fucking dumb that once again, here we are talking about it. They have a $1,000 cocktail. It's a hot cocoa cocktail. And the reason why it's so expensive is because here are the ingredients. Mozart dark chocolate liqueur, never heard of it. Bailey's Irish cream, heard of it. Kahlua, heard of it. Fresh espresso, know it. Steamed milk and orange bitters, okay.
Okay, that's just a normal cocktail up to this point.
Now here's where it gets a little crazy, apparently. Grand Marnier Quintessence and Hennessy Richard Cognac. I don't know either of those.
Nor do I, but they say that they're individually about $400 to $500 a piece, one pour.
Sure.
Which is just insane.
Yes. And so 1.5 ounces of Hennessy goes into the hot chocolate. Not even a full shot. A shot is 2 ounces, isn't it?
No.
How much?
1 ounce.
Oh, so it's okay. It's more than that, I guess. And then it's 1 ounce of Grand Marnier. And then on top of that, there also is some edible gold, which is always the dumbest thing. Remember what's that?
Goldschlager.
Goldschlager, yes. That goes in there, and then there's like whipped cream on top.
Yes.
This is the dumbest way to waste $1,000.
No one would ever do that. It is sort of a thing. like when you put something super expensive on the menu, it's sort of a conversation starter. It's just sort of like a conversation piece, like on an outfit.
Yeah.
One thing about this that I do want to speak about is what I will say, the origin story of this cocktail. Do you remember that from the article? Where one of their regulars, his wife really likes hot cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the bartender. He's like, I want to blow my wife's socks off with the greatest hot cocoa you could possibly come up with. And the bartender, who did a full photo shoot for this article, was like tells a story about how that's how he came up with this for this chivalrous man to impress his wife. And I would be like, bro, I was thinking like $25 to blow her socks off, like not $1,000.
Did you ever watch the Netflix reality show? It was either selling Manhattan. It was either selling the city or buying Manhattan. It was not the one with Ryan Serhant. It was the other one.
Yes, that I believe Zoe Jackson produced it.
She worked on it. Yeah. Remember how they're selling those apartments on 53rd Street and 5th?
Yes.
And it's like no Americans would actually live there?
Yes.
That's who I think is going to buy this $1,000
exactly.
cocktail.
Yes.
It's like someone who has like a really rich person from overseas.
Yes, and they have a pet lion.
Yeah, and they're like in New York like 2 weeks a month. And during that time, they want to spend $1,000 on chocolate, hot chocolate.
Exactly. And they're the same people. They're like, what is the most expensive apartment in the city? I'll take that one.
Exactly. And like the most inconvenient place.
Yes.
53rd and 5th. Cool. I'd love to have like police like just doing stuff all the time.
I constantly want people from other cities walking right by my house.
Yeah,
I want a flow of pedestrians on my sidewalks that are not just plentiful, but the most annoying.
Yeah, and like stopping and like streets being closed. Awesome. And then I'll spend $1,000 on hot chocolate.
I want every parade to go right past my house.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let's get into today's taste test.
This is exciting.
Have chips, courtesy of producer Mike.
Yeah, producer Mike came through. Now, I saw the press release for these, and I was like, oh, these would be good for food news, but I don't think I shared it with anybody. But
so Mike read your mind. He did the impossible.
This is what's called a flavor swap, right? So they take Cheetos and they swap flavors with Lay's. So we have sweet Southern heat barbecue Cheetos. However, each flavor swap has a mascot. There's a person behind this flavor swap. Madison Beers. So Justin Herbert's girlfriend,
who's also a singer,
has engineered this. She has curated this flavor swap.
Okay, and this is also, I have the Dude Perfect Doritos Cooler Ranch Ruffles. Is Quincy into Dude Perfect?
He knows who they are, but there was a press release about them like 7 years ago. They're like building this facility, and it was like a $400 million facility in Texas.
It's in Austin. They're really popular, and like they just do like
trick shots.
Yeah, it's kind of like MTV X Games, but like for like the YouTube generation is how I'd put it.
They're so successful that I'm a hater.
Yeah, it's like kind of confusing. Like how can this be so successful and profitable?
I'm broken and insecure and small, so I'm like, fuck those guys. Also, even though I should be celebrating their success. You know what I mean?
As I look at Dude Perfect on this bag of Ruffles, I've never seen them before. I'm also just like, are these men AI generated? Like they don't.
They're not, because they've been around for like a decade.
I know, but like, look at this picture.
I mean, yeah, that looks very AI generated.
Doesn't it?
It really does. But the thing is they were just like early adapters. Adopters.
Yeah.
Huh. I've been saying that wrong my entire life. Wow, that just threw me for a loop. Early adopters?
Yeah, they've adopted YouTube early.
So, and as we were discussing.
They adapted by early adopting.
They early adopted, and they've turned that into a multi-$100 million, conglomerate. And we were early adopters to reality TV podcasts, but somehow we parlayed that into absolutely nothing.
Into eating chips into
eating
microphones.
Chips with Dude Perfect on the bag.
Okay, I'm trying this Doritos Cool Ranch Ruffle.
I'm trying the Cheetos Sweet Southern Heat.
Cool Ranch on a Ruffle. How interesting.
Sounds good. No.
This is awesome.
No. God damn it, Madison. It's pretty.
Justin Herbert agrees. Here's the thing about the Ruffles. A Ruffle is just a really good chip.
It's a nice base for anything.
And so, like, it takes Cool Ranch well. At the end of the day, it's more Ruffle than Cool Ranch, but, like, I'm okay with that.
But you would it's like dipping a plain Ruffle in ranch Dressing, you would do that.
Of
I would
course,
do that.
yeah.
I like Ruffles a lot. I'll talk to you about the Cheetos in a second.
The Cheetos taste stale. I don't think they are.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Whoa. Producer Mike, get in here.
The Cheetos are actually sweet, and it's weird because then they're spicy after.
These are good.
They're awesome.
My problem with the Cheetos, I've been eating Cheetos since I was a kid, and I'm just so used, you know what I mean? It's like the shape of the Cheeto, the feel of the Cheeto in your hand, and then you put it in your mouth, and you're like, what is that? The Ruffles are fantastic.
The Cheetos are a waste of time.
The Ruffles are, if you close my eyes, that'd be weird. If I closed my own eyes and you handed me a sour cream and onion Ruffle, it wouldn't be that far away from the Cool Ranch Ruffles.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, like it's sour cream and onion adjacent.
That's why it's more of a Ruffle.
They're good, right, Mike?
But they're really good.
Yeah, they're good. Those are great. I recommend those.
Dude Perfect does it again.
That's the same thing I was about to say. These fucking guys, they're sitting there like $500 million facility where they like do trick shots and they're just cooking up Ruffle combinations.
I'm just looking up Dude Perfect right now to see how many followers I have on YouTube.
I'm gonna say like 10 million subscribers.
61.8 million.
That's insane. You could sell that channel for like $10 billion.
Oh my God. Their most recent video is Airsoft Battle Royale featuring the Dude Perfect wives. It looks kind of like the challenge from 15 years ago. It has 2.7 million views from 4 days ago.
The Dude Perfect wives are like, let's get in on this.
I mean, this is so crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then they have another video, how many balloons to fly? Like, it's like,
dude. Quick personal story?
Sure.
I was at Brother Jimmy's, R.I.P., and Quincy had a sloth stuffed animal in there. And there was slow day. It's like Saturday early, no one in there.
Was this like 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah. And
8 years ago?
No, he's now 12, so he was probably 6, so 6 years ago. And this chill bartender was just making balloons for like some party they were having. And he's like, let's see how many balloons it takes for this thing to fly.
The sloth?
Yes, the stuffed animal sloth, which can't weigh that much. Guess how many balloons? Way more than you fucking think.
I was like 15?
Yeah, dude. No, higher. Like 50. It's very hard to fly things with balloons. That's what I learned.
I'm honestly interested in this video, and I'll be watching it later.
I can't believe that.
Remind me for the update next week.
Let's do like a Temu version of Dude Perfect. That's how we can parlay this into success.
Okay, great.
Let's watch all their videos and figure out how we can just do that.
Rip them off.
Exactly.
They got to do something with the Savannah Bananas. Like, that's how popular they are.
Did you know they were the halftime show for Amazon football games?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
The Savannah Bananas?
And who else was? No.
Oh, Dude Perfect?
Dude, who else was a halftime show for Amazon football games?
Who?
Fucking LeBron James.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like they replaced Dude Perfect. No, LeBron James replaced Dude Perfect.
That's so crazy.
I know.
And these guys live in Texas, so they're not even paying like income tax.
And like when we did Sports Nation in like 2000, that's a great point. 2007. They were like just starting to get popular. They've been on the grind but what they would do is like go to the rafters of a basketball arena and just make a basket and then cheer.
This has been our report on Dude Perfect.
Yes, our Dude Perfect.
Great chips, guys.
Ooh. We start a new Ringer podcast about Dude Perfect.
Dude Perfect
Report. Weekly, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right, we'll work on that.
Let's get into our personal food news. Mine's pretty boring, but I just wanted to share what I had for lunch the last 2 days.
No. I'm doing mine first. You're thinking of a new one.
Okay, fine. But I will say, I didn't just think of it. I came into it being like, I'm going to talk about lunch.
Then by all means, please. So this is planned boring.
Yeah.
Premeditated mediocrity.
It's where I'm at right now.
That's kind of what our show should be called.
Remember the phase where I was going to Italy constantly and like all my food news was about Italy?
I don't remember that phase. It's not a phase. It's your fucking life.
I haven't been in like months. I haven't been in a long time.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
And I went the last 2 days in a row for lunch. And I had 2 days in a row. I had this, they call it a prosciutto crudo farciti.
Okay.
It's a panini. And
what's in there?
It's prosciutto and mozzarella cheese and arugula.
Oh, okay.
It's on focaccia. A pretty standard order.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
Nope.
It was so good that I had 11 minutes to get lunch today. And I was like, I'm just going to have to squeeze it in. I need to have this again.
So you left the building and came back in 11 minutes?
Yeah.
With that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I really, really wanted it. And I just love prosciutto so much.
Didn't know
I
that
think
about
it's just
you.
really, really underrated. And when I do have it and it's like perfected, like with the perfect temperature cheese, I think arugula just also adds so much to it. There's not even like, you don't need a spread of any kind. It also wasn't
No
too much
vinegar in
meat.
there?
No, not too much meat, not too much cheese. It just was like really actually done perfectly that I was like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, wow, that was absolutely delicious. Also,
How do
it's
you
pretty
feel
filling.
about prosciutto and melon?
Good. I like it.
You
Here's
do.
what I don't like prosciutto on pizza. I don't like when you have to cut prosciutto. Prosciutto is like a finger food or a sandwich food. Teeth only. No knives. No utensils.
You know how
prosciutto.
I feel about making me cut things.
Yeah. So I think it's another reason why I love this so much is it is like the perfect way to eat prosciutto.
Really?
Yeah.
Whenever I see prosciutto and melon, I'm like, how did you crazy kids get together? You know? I'm just like, these two crazy kids. It's like one of those couples where you're just
Italians.
like,
What are they up
it's just
to?
like, you guys shouldn't even be introduced to each other, let alone have like this like successful marriage.
Totally, but it's great. It's like I think part of the secret to prosciutto is having something refreshing with it because it is so salty and the melon is so refreshing and watery. So anyway, I'm just on a prosciutto high right now. It's 2 days strong.
This reminds me of our Spain trip where we basically just ate salted pork.
Jamon.
And
it was
for like
awesome.
a full week, and it was awesome.
Our Spain trip was a great time.
That was a great
I think
time.
of it often. Yeah, it was really
I remember
great.
saying I'm going to come back here, Tenerife, with my family.
I really
haven't
want
done
to.
it yet.
I honestly would like to, though.
I would too. I love water parks.
Here's my only problem with it. The direct flights aren't year round. And I'm like, do I want to go in the summer? I need a direct flight like from like February to July.
Yeah. I remember one of the craziest things when we first got there. You were like, see that like mist over the water? I was like, yes. Like that's sand from the Sahara. I was just like, what?
Dust. Yeah, Saharan dust.
I was like, what?
Yeah, because we were close to Africa.
Yeah. Oh, that was an awesome trip.
Totally was. All right, your turn.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have children.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I got to see them a lot over the weekend.
You did? And the weekend ends with a Sunday. You didn't see them on Sunday.
Yes, I did. I didn't see them Sunday night, but I did see them on Sunday.
That's right. Right. Post your
pizza
son's
luncheon
birthday. Great establishment. Great meatballs at that place.
Really good food.
Just really nice local pizza place.
Villa Pizzeria.
No notes on that place.
Yeah, Villa Pizzeria is
one
awesome.
Note. Too hot. I was very sweaty the whole time, but I'm very sweaty. And we were going to go to Wegmans afterwards. And then your mom, who is just like in a perfect mother-daughter sort of like cohesion, was just like, you can't go to Wegmans. It's terrible. And she had so many thoughts on grocery stores that I was just like seeing you through her. I was just like, oh my God. Like she's just giving grocery store takes, just firing them off.
She has one main reason for being against Wegmans.
I was kind of not listening because I was like, I'm going to go there anyway. So
Did you guys go?
We were going. Well, this is where I'm going.
Oh.
We were going to go. Joey wasn't feeling well. So I was like, all right, let's just drive you home. And that was step number one. And I was like, I'll take the other 3 kids, the older ones. And I was just then I'm just filling time, right? So I was like, just trying to kill the rest of the afternoon. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock. And Margot's like, I want to go to Abercrombie and Fitch. I'll speed the story up. Go to Abercrombie
Which
and
one?
Fitch.
Which location?
The one right outside
our future building?
Yeah, our future
53rd
building.
and 5th?
Yes. And then Margot loves to shop. She's like, and I'm like, now we're going to go where Quincy wants to go. And she's like, what, we can't shop anymore? And then she starts crying. She's like, I thought we were shopping. I'm like, you asked to go to Abercrombie and Fitch. We went there. I spent $150 on clothes, and now we're going to leave. Quincy just goes, we're going to Chinatown. He has no plan for Chinatown.
This is awesome.
And I'm just like, I'm just time killer. Get in the car.
Timekeeper. Time killer.
Exactly. I was like, get in the car. And I'm like, we'll go to WoHop. I'll give him like a classic Chinatown experience. Get to WoHop, which I've never been to in my life.
Me neither.
The line is like around the corner. It's Sunday at like 4:30, maybe 4.
Really a nice Sunday too.
Yes, beautiful Sunday. And then there's a place called WoHop Next Door.
Oh.
No line, completely empty. I'm like, wait a second. Is this WoHop? Because like if it was WoHop, then the people in the line would just come here.
Yeah, like are they allowed to do this?
Yes, I was just like, this is like they're just drafting off the success of like the restaurant next to them. And then I saw someone come up and be like, is this WoHop? And the guy goes, that's downstairs WoHop. We're just upstairs. Like it's the same place with a staircase between them. And then I saw the restrooms were downstairs. And I was like, maybe they are connected.
They probably are.
I didn't use the restroom, so I don't know.
I'm looking at a Reddit thread where the question is, what's the difference between WoHop versus WoHop next door?
This is brilliant.
And everyone seems to suggest that they are the same.
Yeah. And long story, already long. There's probably like 5 or 6 tables of people eating there. We got whatever the kids want. I got lo mein noodles. We got 4D lo mein, which is lo mein with beef, pork, chicken, and shrimp. Do not recommend it.
Okay.
But I was walking out. There are 2 tables that had these huge snail dishes, like black snails in the shell. 2 separate tables were eating these things, and they looked like they were. I mean, when I say there's like probably 200 of these little snails, and I don't know how you eat them or what they taste like or what's going on there, but I'm fascinated by this.
Okay. So should we go to WoHop?
No, we should have it brought to us and taste test it.
Ooh.
The snails.
The snails. Okay, I guess I could do
You
that.
just made a face.
I don't want to, but I'm willing to do it for content. For
All
Dude Perfect.
Yes, yeah, we'll do like ice cream the next week.
Dude Perfect.
To be like Dude Perfect would do it.
Exactly.
Dude Perfect would do it. They would do it.
There's a lot of debate on this, so I just want to say, here's some other responses to WoHop versus WoHop next door. As a Chinese person living in New York, downstairs is maybe the least authentic Chinese food you can get outside of Panda Express, which is fine. Upstairs is half Americanized.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're both American Chinese. Everyone's calling this American.
It's just whatever. Yeah. It's like, I don't think WoHop is anything that special.
What did Quincy want to do in Chinatown? Just
nothing. He just goes, let's go to Chinatown. I was like, sure.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah. And we went there. And then we got dessert. Chloe didn't pick something. So I was like, Chloe, you pick where we could eat dessert. So we went to this place called Icy something.
Okay.
And they had really weird, exotic desserts.
Cool. When I was in high school, I used to go to Chinatown for boba because they didn't have it everywhere yet.
Yeah. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah. But it was like we had to go there for.
I used to go to Chinatown for those pancakes. You ever had those egg cakes?
Yeah.
Those little tiny like balls of deliciousness. God, those things fresh. There was a long line for those. Those things are fresh. Yeah, Chinatown is fantastic. WoHop, you can skip. You can eat anywhere. And I got like a mango strawberry like ice bowl. So it's like ice with coconut gel, like that kind of like see-through stuff with mangoes and strawberries. And it usually comes with ice cream, but I told them to hold the ice cream. I felt like that would be a lot. And it was fantastic.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Great Sunday for you.
Yeah, great Sunday.
The reason my mom didn't want you to go to Wegmans is because they when you walk in, they like record your biometric data and they don't tell you.
Oh.
It recently came out.
Huh. I'm sure, much like the dress code at Chili's to bring things full circle, somewhere it's posted somewhere.
It must be.
It must be just legally. The lawyers are just like, we just put it on our website or we'll put a little tiny sign by the door.
I didn't discuss this with her, but I'm pretty sure that's what's
Big
up.
Wegmans.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, let's get into listener food news.
Hey, Juliet and Jacoby. This is Kat from Oakland. Longtime listener, and actually also a longtime caller. I've called many times with stories and questions, and until recently I was starting to be pretty embarrassed about how many times I've called and the fact that Mike hasn't selected me to be on the show. I was starting to think that maybe I have a weird voice or something.
Sound great.
But when unique name not going to give it, who's a total legend, called in and revealed that he has called and not made it onto the show, then I was like, oh, this isn't a cat problem. This is a call volume problem or a mic problem. Anyways,
thousands of calls.
I'm grateful to have found out that this probably isn't because I have a weird voice. Anyways, nonetheless, my story and question for the week.
Okay.
So I have 3 kids. Every Friday night, our family routine is Mexican food, tacos, burritos. Get something from a local taco shop in Oakland, via DoorDash to the house. I make margaritas. It's great. This week, tacos come, get my margaritas going. We're taking things out of the bag, and boom, no chips and salsa. I was devastated, like absolutely upset. What was I going to have with my margarita if not for the salty chips and the spicy salsa? I would have rather them forgotten the taco, and I just ate chips for dinner. Anyway, so my question for you is, what food delivery or pickup item that is missed is the most devastating to you? Like, which one are you like, oh my God, if you only get one thing right, you must get this thing right in my bag. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't actually DoorDash's fault or the restaurant's fault. Turns out my husband forgot to order it, so this is on him, so don't make that mistake. Anyways, love you guys, love the show. Have a good one. Bye.
Kat.
We say this, we love all our callers, but I genuinely love Kat. She made us laugh a few times.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Great.
I feel like we could be friends with Kat.
When she said our Friday family routine, I was like, oh, they're going to listen to Food News.
Nice.
They don't. They get Mexican.
That's
we
even better.
go out every Friday too.
Cool. Well, she orders then. I have two answers for this. One is practical, one's emotional.
Okay.
If you order a salad and they forget the dressing, that's just like literally the worst thing in the world.
Oh my God. I didn't even think of that.
It's not actually like your meal is like so incomplete. It's not edible. Like you're really fucked.
Oh yeah.
So that I think is like objectively like one of the worst because like it means the meal's not done. Like it would be a DQ on Top Chef.
Oh yeah.
So that's the practical one. Emotional one for me. If I order something that it comes with a side of mashed potatoes and the mashed potatoes don't arrive, I'm gutted. I don't know how I'm moving forward.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like for example, there's Westville and Merriam. Do you have a Merriam on the east side now?
No.
There's one on the
or maybe, I don't know.
There's one on the west side and there's one in Park Slope. It started in Park Slope. They have really good chicken schnitzel that comes with mashed potatoes. I love schnitzel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And if those mashed potatoes don't arrive, or like Westville mashed potatoes don't arrive, I'm devastated. They're so good. It's just like this was a waste.
I loved Kat and her whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I want to be a fly on the wall when she's like, they forgot the chips and salsa. And the husband's definitely, I know this movie. He's like, I can't believe they forgot the chips and salsa.
Oh my God, they
and in the
screwed
back
up.
of his head, he's like, did I forget the chips and salsa? And then she's like, let me see your phone. Let's just check the order. And he's like, no, I ordered it. And she's like, no, let me see your phone. And he's like, oh God. And then she's mad at the restaurant, but then she realizes it's her husband's fault. And she doesn't really want to be mad at her husband because it's like Friday vibes and they've got margaritas.
Yeah.
But like deep down, she's like, I'm going to fucking tell Jacoby and Juliet about this. And we're going to listen to this together. And
also, when she's like, let me see your phone so I can call them to get them to bring it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant call 877 whatever, Stew 136. What is it?
850-STEW-136.
And if you forget it, you can always just go to Juliet Litman.
At Juliet Litman on Instagram.
Yes.
That's correct.
I will answer mine. One is you reminded me of this time, and I think I told you guys about it. It might even be a personal food news. Is I left a Just Salad and went to the Subway, and I looked in the bag and there was no fork. So now I'm like, what do I? And I'm starving, and I have to come do food news, so I can't wait until I'm like near a fork to eat it. So then I'm on the Subway platform with a big recyclable bowl of salad, mixed in dressing, mind you, and I'm just like eating it with my hands. And people are looking at me like, what did he just find that? That was one. Two is there is a very fancy Indian place that I love that if you order chicken tikka masala, saag paneer, dal, and they bring it to you, and then you open the bag.
No naan.
No naan, no rice.
No rice.
Like, I just didn't know I had to say I also want rice with
well,
this.
it's fancy, of course.
That's the thing. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Why am I upset about this now? God, I love Kat.
I feel it. It's
back.
visceral. Yeah, Kat, good one. Keep on calling. Just cut through. That's what we got for this week. Thanks to everybody for calling. Nope. Thanks only to Kat for calling and to everybody else, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening.
Do you think we get tons of calls? Or do you think Mike just doesn't screen them all?
I think he just doesn't screen them all. We probably get like 10
He's
calls.
doing a great job. He brought us Dude Perfect Ruffles.
He
You know what I mean?
crushed it, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's get 61 million followers on YouTube.
Okay.
What is the YouTube thing again? Ringer Food?
I think at Food News.
Yeah, Food News?
It's at Ringer Food.
Do we have
right.
100 followers?
YouTube.com/@RingerFood.
Help us out, please. Please.
Our
Are we in
YouTube
triple
channel,
digits?
Whatever you think about the Dude Perfect YouTube channel, whatever the complete opposite is, that's currently.
But we just haven't. We haven't promoted it, and it just launched.
Okay.
So listen, we're just Dude Perfect is the goal.
You're right.
61 million is the goal. Let's get one of those big things they use for fundraising, and 61 million to be on top, and we'll start down at the bottom.
All right, that sounds great. Subscribe at youtube.com/@RingerFood, and we'll be back next week.